We love to see it. What's up, Matt? What's up, Nati?
Can you guys name 3 countries that started with a
Don't know what that is. I'm your favorite YouTuber? Damn, bruh. Appreciate you so much. I feel like there's a lot of really good YouTubers out there, so you saying that means a lot, bruv. Thank you. How about a new YouTube video tomorrow? The scariest chess player I have ever faced will be released tomorrow. So there you go. Okay, let's see if we're live. We are live. Hello, everyone.
How about a new YouTube video tomorrow?
Hope everybody's doing well. Today, we have a new stream, new activities, new everything. Actually, not really. We're continuing what we started yesterday. What's up, Oasis? How you doing today? We're continuing the positional exchange sacrifices. Part 2 is today. We have 3 more games to complete, and then we'll have completed the chapter, which makes me a very happy man. Very happy man. And once we have completed the chapter, then it's like chapter 7, and then you have like extreme sports where like you have games where people sacrificed 2 exchanges, and it just gets crazier from there. But basically what I'm trying to do today is finish the positional exchange sacrifice chapter that we explored a lot yesterday. And then there's a part 2 to the stream. Then we're going to play some games. So it's not going to be one-dimensional. Actually, it's going to be many dimensionals. You understand me? So finishing up with the chapter that we started yesterday. And then playing some rapid chess as you guys all enjoy. Speaking of oil lembit, I need you to oil up. Yeah, that would be accurate if his name wasn't Ol. I think it's O-L-L, right? Not O-I-L. But yeah, I see what you're trying to do. I see what you're trying to do. What's up, everyone? What's up, Kauk? What's up, Abdallah? What's up, Sam? Welcome to the stream. It's 1 o'clock at night in my country. It is also 1 o'clock at night in my country, Sam. So I'm starting streams extremely late, usually after long days of hard work at chess and content. Today I focus mostly on chess, but I'm going to make some clips for the next few days in a while. What's up, Nati? How you doing today? Okay, so shall we start? Positional exchange sacrifice of the day. We have 3 lined up. And I think these are all on the Sicilian theme. So I will be flipping the board to the black pieces. And here we go. We have an Alekhines defense by the black pieces. This is when black plays 1 knight f6. This opening was invented by our 4th world chess champion, Alexander Alekhine. So e5, chasing the knight. Knight d5, c4, and basically the whole plan of this opening is that black wants white to overexpand their pawns in the center, to then spike at the center. This is a hyper-modern opening. So c5, knight back to the center, knight c3, and then some consolidation with a defense. Okay, so far so good. I have yet to introduce both of our opponents. We have Ol Lambit, who's 2,600 at the time of this game in 1992. And we have Julian Hodgson, who I believe was a strong grandmaster from England for a very long while. So here we go. Takes, and now white goes with d4. I don't know which side performs the positional exchange sacrifice. So, I mean, we're going to figure that out today in this game. But I've never seen this game before. So I'm, just like you, seeing this game for the first time, exploring it with you guys, and seeing what's up. So, d6. All I know is that there's a positional exchange sacrifice in which one side will sacrifice a rook for a minor piece at a given moment. That's all I know. That's the chapter's name. Okay, so d6. I like this. It's kind of breaking white's center, pardon. C takes, D takes, C takes, and now I love this undermining effort. I mean, black is trying to stab at this center, and it's really effective. Knight f3, defending this pawn chain. Knight c6, putting some pressure, and then bishop d3. So white completes the kingside minor piece development. And also, I like things that are accumulating for the white pieces here, actually. Takes, bishop check, bishop d2, blocking, and now queen a5, putting a little bit more pressure on this bishop. Knight takes c6, we trade knights, and now a3 attacking this bishop. I'm not going to lie to you, we just trade everything. It's kind of boring. But hopefully we see like a positional exchange sacrifice very soon. a5, I think this is black's attempt to fix both of these two pawns with an a4 push imminently. Rook hc1 attacking our pawn, our backwards pawn, which is weak on this file. King d7 defending said pawn, and now rook c5, planting a rook on this very nice square, allowed by this weak pawn. And now white is going to double their rooks onto this weakness, so black has to be careful. King d6, anticipating probably rook ac1 with bishop d7. Is this the right game? This is the wrong game. We have the wrong game. This is 1992. My game is 1993. What am I doing? I chose the wrong game in my database. Well, that's just not great. Oh, Lambit has the white pieces in the game that we have here. Okay, well that's. Let me search a real. I was about to say this is a little boring, Brev, and I'm not seeing the positional sacrifice. Where is the positional sacrifice in the end game? Hodgson, jeez. Okay, so 1993, no blood for oil. This is the one. We got it. Okay, we have it. Apparently this is a well-known game. I have the PGN, and we're going to hop right in. That was a warm-up, what we just saw. What we just saw was a warm-up. Okay, this is the real positional exchange sacrifice game of the day. Okay. Should I add it? Oh, let's add it to the library of positional exchange sacrifices. Positional. Should I make this library public chat for you guys to see? I can if you guys want. Exchange sacrifices. Yeah, there you go. Okay. .407 in my country in Uzbekistan. Oh, very nice. Zachary, I hope you on their level eventually. I hope so too. What's up, Ding? What's up, Solemn? Hello, everyone. Okay. So, this is the real game. Lembit and Sovich. That's like Ant-Man, but Russian version. So e4, c5, knight f3, d6. This is a Sicilian. And I think we're going to see this from the black pieces because from the Sicilian we have seen the typical rook sacrifice on this knight on c3. And without spoiling, I just think it's the theme by now, so we'll go with it. This is a Sicilian dragon. And so, oh no, wait, what am I saying? Sicilian dragon is g6. So this is just a classic open Sicilian. Knight c6. This is a classical Sicilian. Bishop g5 marks the Richter-Rauser variation, or better known as the Rauser variation, in which black springs open their development and will castle long most likely. e6, queen d2, bishop e7, castles, and now f4. Knight takes d4, black decides to trade knights, and now queen a5. Axing the queen along several white pieces. I'm seeing this kind of like a Russian spy. Kind of like feeling the waters, queen a5 is. So white develops the final piece, bishop c4, and now bishop d7. If I ever see some good commentary from the book, I will be talking about that. And now white strikes with e5. There's no commentary on this move because the next move is pretty forced, but takes, f takes, and now suddenly I think black finds themselves in quite a bit of trouble here. So white saves the bishop. I'm very puzzled. Why doesn't this work? Oh, the bishop's hanging. That's right. That's right. The bishop's hanging over here. Aha, okay, all planned out. Never mind. So the bishop goes back, viewing this horizontal threat of the queen, and now the knight is really attacked. Knight d7, probably transferring the knight to c5, and also maybe lifting this bishop c5 idea. Knight d5 is played. Woo! Okay, so the bishop is coming back with reason to discover attack on the queen once knight d5 comes in. And now black has to meet these two threats at once. Queen d8 is the only move. Knight takes, queen takes. When is this positional exchange sacrifice? I do not know. Rook he1, rook ft8. And so here, once again, we're planning to lift and discover attack. Common theme in this game. Queen g4 played. Knight f8. Probably rerouting. Bishop d3. I love the white pieces here. Whether there is a positional exchange sack or not. Insane. And now comes the time, ladies and gentlemen, the time we have all been waiting for. The positional exchange sacrifice. So here, black plays the bishop snatcher. And that is rook takes d3 here. This happened in the game. These are two strong grandmasters. And they're doing this. Like, that's pretty cool, in my opinion. So rook takes d3. What we saw with the bishop snatcher theme, if you reviewed yesterday's stream or if you caught it, the main goal of this type of positional exchange sacrifice is that after the pawn takes back the rook, black is at a disadvantage, but we have a lot of small advantages on the board. It being in this position, the weakness of the king, the backwardness of this pawn. This is such a common theme. I think we saw this in all games in which we saw the bishop snatcher rook exchange sacrifice here. So the backwards pawn here, the weakness of the light squares. So when you sack your rook against a light squared bishop, you accrue the light squares that bishop was taking up. Make sense? So all of these factors come together. If I put a strong engine on this position, white is doing fantastic. So this sacrifice is pretty dubious, actually, against a strong engine. Whereas when we saw these in earlier games, these were not only the best move, but like winning in one case. So this is a kind of double-edged sacrifice, but it is a common theme. Also, I really enjoy, let's talk about the small things. I really enjoy that the pawn takes back the rook, and this pawn is kind of a nuisance for white's own rook, who previously had the file and now has to settle for quite nothing. Okay, c takes d3. C takes d3, let me see. Okay. The positional exchange sacrifice has taught me many things about chess. This is quoted from the book, including positional play and the relative value of the pieces. It was first played by Lysenko in 1984, and Kramnik, Anand, and Leko have all played it twice. Eventually, it was decided that with best play, white keeps the upper hand in this particular position. So c takes, queen d7, a very popular theme. Wait, what's going on? Okay, this. Queen d7, so pressuring the weakness that is created from the positional exchange sacrifice, extremely common. King folds to b1. I think just giving a pawn there with check. Why were we scared of bishop e4, defending this? So engine says that white has a clear advantage with this on the board. But I guess white was feeling the vulnerability of the king. King b1. And now queen takes with check, king a1. The king is safe now, but we have probably sufficient compensation for the material sacrificed. We sacrificed a rook, but we obtained a pawn and a bishop. In this case, that translates to a knight. We did take a bishop, but white had the bishop pair. So we have a knight and a pawn, this one, for a rook. I'll say this one. So now black follows up with h5. Wow. Author gives a exclamation point. A thematic move. Distracting the white queen with the long-term advantage of creating a square for the king. Okay, so we're creating a square for the king, and we're also distracting the queen from efforts, defensive efforts, we shall say, on the king side here. Chess Nerd, it is coming home. I did see that England beat the Dutch. I not only saw it, no, I didn't see it actually. I heard, physically heard outside my window. I physically heard. I'm pretty outside of Amsterdam, the city, the vibrant city. But when the Netherlands scored, I heard it. Heard it. My door was open. I heard it from a very far, and I heard it in unison. It's like the country came together and celebrated at the same time. It was something unbelievable, actually. And then when England scored, repeatedly, I saw that because they were watching the game downstairs, and some pretty passionate fans were pretty upset. So h5. My country's out of the Euros, so no Italy, no fun. Yeah, I'm just standing here sad. We won last time, so it's fine. Queen takes h5, bishop a4 here, attacking the rook, and now bishop c3. Giving back the exchange. Okay, yeah. Wait. What? Okay, so this is what I'm catching from this. Heard but didn't see. Yeah, I didn't watch the match. I was practicing chess. 24 hours. Okay, so this is what I'm catching here. When queen takes, the queen is deflected off of this square on a4. And that's pretty important. So once the queen accepts the pawn sacrifice, now we can access this a4 square and attack the rook. Now, if the rook moves, we win the bishop in the game, probably. But if pawn moves, blocking this threat of the rook that's defending this bishop, now we have this very nice queen d4 check. And after king b1, bishop b5. And this king is sort of in a mating net. And this is not looking too good for the white pieces. We're threatening mate in 2. So let's say a discovered attack. We can block and check the king. King here results in checkmate with this rook coming in. And taking back is less good than in the game. So in the game, we go bishop a4. And white just cedes the exchange back. White just gives back the rook. I'm very curious though, what if like queen b4? Still guarding this square on a4. Well, now black has bishop takes g2, threatening bishop f2. But this still looks okay for white. Like white at least retains the exchange, although giving another pawn. You look like Farouja. I get that often, believe it or not. I love when I hear that sound. 1,000. Thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate you so much. It is a sub for 6 months. Appreciate you, Brev. Thanks for the resub with Prime. That's so sick. Are you from the Netherlands? I'm curious. Hope you're doing good, Brev. I'm doing good. I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for checking in on me. Thanks for the sub again. Okay, so c takes, we saw this. Wait, we saw this. Okay, so white gives back the exchange. Black takes it. White takes back. And now what's the material discrepancy here? It's equal. Okay, so the game is equal. The only imbalance I'm seeing is bishop versus knight. And this king is a little stint. A little pinch of salt of weak. So queen e4, retreating, a5, and now we want to scale our pawn to weaken this king. So queen back to d2. I love this knight g6. We're reviving our knight from 0. Yeah, g3 is a really nice move because black if black can get a knight on d5, the knight exhibits complete domination over this bishop, in my opinion. Zach, are you French-Canadian? I am French-Canadian. So in my opinion, after g3, which is a great restrictive move, we've seen this theme in many games so far. In my opinion, black will go knight e7 for knight d5. Prove me wrong. I'm playing like GMs, straight up. So knight e7 for knight d5. This is the whole plan. So knight g6, we weren't that worried about this f4 square because we have two routes to this mega d5 square. And so we get to d5, sacking our pawn to get there. Oh. One love from Jamaica. Sending love to Jamaicans. Okay, wait. Where were we? Before I dropped my book. Okay, knight here. If queen takes, we're just like giving a pawn. Now there's knight takes c3. Oh, that's nasty. Oi. Wait, was a exclamation point given to knight d5? It was. It was totally given to knight d5. So knight d5 here is a great move, sacrificing a pawn. Insane. So let me explain. If queen takes b7, and now we take here, we are defending our rook. Insanity, right? And we are also defending our queen that's defending our rook. So if queen takes, we save our knight. Win back the queen, and we are found with a knight up. And if you take our knight, well, the queen is hanging on b7. We take it and we win. So you really can't take on b7, which means that we get this knight move with increased tempo because we're attacking the bishop. So the bishop must move, and now queen e2 attacking this rook. Okay. Infiltrating at once. And now we're seeing a very interesting imbalance. It's like both queens have entered the position. It's all a matter of which queen gets there first. So rook c1, b5, bishop c5, queen d3. And it looks like it's only black that have the plans. I'm not seeing white formulating some counterplay against our weak king here. Notably because queen is taking up f1. I'm not seeing anything like this, right? So rook d8, bishop d6, king moves out, queen c5. Let's see if there's commentary here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wait a second. I'm going over this game way too fast. King h7, queen moves, and the idea is to go king g6. Insane. A creative maneuver with the king, making it possible for the rook to enter the game. I think this way. The additional idea is that the king can quickly become active itself in case the queens trade. So if the queens are off the board, this king is like 2 moves away from sprinting into action. Insane. So h4. Zach turning into Hikaru. Nah. Come on. Not yet. One day. Okay, h4 is played. And now rook h8 goes there anyways. Black wants to effectuate a rook lift via h5 and f5. This is insane. The h file is closed, but there's another route available. So white goes a3, giving some air for the king, I suppose. And now black is really going for rook h5. This is insane. Queen g1, which the author denotes as a mistake. This is too passive. Going for the endgame with queen c2 was obligatory. Wow. King back to h7, we're folding. b4. Oh, no, sorry. b4 this. This was the better move here. b4 for white loses on the spot. Don't get me wrong. Okay, I misread the annotation. So king h7, rook d1 attacking the queen. Queen goes to b3. Now this is a weak square because of this pawn leaving a2. Rook d2 and now rook f5. And now we're seeing this rook finally entering. This rook, like back on the 8th rank, couldn't do anything here. And now it's finally entering. Glory days. G4 attacking. Rook F4, the rook is in the position officially. Queen B1 check. King back to G8. It's completely safe to have the king here. Maybe not completely. There's like some checkmate threats. G5. B4. Rook D3 attacking the queen. And now for the final blow, chat. Black to play and win here. Mighty Duck, thank you so much for the follow, Bev. What can you find, chat? This is up to you. This is up to you to find it. What do you think Black played here to end the game? Almost immediately, I think. Lil Uji found it. Very nice. Black has an immediate blow. Knight c3. Attacking the queen and threatening checkmate if the queen were to leave. So here, if you leave, it's checkmate. That's the first thing you cover. But then there's two additional ways to take this knight. Both of them don't work. Spoiler alert. If pawn takes, you can take this one, and this is very, very strong because it forces this queen off the guard of the bottom rank in a forced motion to defend here, and now we get rook f1 in, and checkmate ensues in one more move. And if rook takes, thank you very much for the rook, and we are threatening the same exact combination with rook f1 very soon. And if takes, and you're arguing that this is defended, we have check, king up, and then this is checkmate, next move. So that was game number 1. I just want to review the positional sacrifice exactly. What did Black do to monopolize, capitalize on that sacrifice? So bishop d3, we sacrifice the rook, we pressure the pawn, and now white gives a little gift to us. We take that pawn. I love this idea, this h5. We deflect the queen off of this a4 square. We attack the rook. We win back the exchange. And then I loved this. Was a mighty, mighty trajectory for the knight. What a maneuver here. To get this knight on this outpost square, attacking and dominating this bishop. And the knight stayed there for the rest of the game because it's on the perfect square. And really, you just can't touch the knight, and the rook is the only family member left to include to the family dinner. And now knight c3 forces resignation. Crazy. You want me to put the camera frame at the bottom of the board? Chat, would you guys love if I put the camera, my webcam at the bottom instead of at the top? You guys can hide chat, right? By the way, if you hide chat, you don't see chat over the chessboard. So the next game, Lil Uji, is very soon. It is a special game. It is a Vishy Anand game. So if you're up right now watching from India, if you're a fan of India, if you're a fan of chess, this game ought to be for you. What's up, Crash Dummy Rich? How you doing today? What's up, Silkfield? How you doing? We're looking at positional exchange sacrifices. What book are you looking at? I'm looking at Mastering Positional Sacrifices, a key to your game. Okay. So we have a very, very special game. Top is better, Diyub? I agree, personally. We have a very special game. I'm going to flip the board here for Black's perspective because Vishy Anand played this with Black. And this one is special because I don't have anything like it. I found this on ChessBase, and this game was annotated by the man himself, the author of this game, Vishwanathan Anand, who I had the pleasure of meeting coincidentally. Like I was on an island in France and he was there and he came to the chess tournament I was playing in and I met him. I got a photo with him. That photo is on Instagram. And he annotated this game. There we go. Our 15th World Chess Champion. E4 was played by Frijo Nijbor. So Frijo actually is a GM, I believe, from the Netherlands, who I have seen twice in my life. I saw him once in Portugal at the Maya Chess Open last year, which I'm going to again this year in August. And I saw him at the Max Euwe Center at a lecture that Jan Timman was giving by coincidence that I saw. That was like 5 months ago, 6 months ago. Okay, so e4, c5. Oh, the author just brushes over the opening. So he just goes like this, like this. Okay, king b1, king b1. Okay, now he goes, this consolidating king move is connected with aggressive ideas. Bishop c4 coming in. h6 kicking the bishop, and now white goes h4. And this is a bishop sacrifice. Oh, Vishy said the main line is bishop c4. But this leads to a rather boring ending, and Frijo is not that kind of guy. So h4, h6, h4. Rook d8, and now bishop e2 is played by Frijo Nijbor. Bishop d3, wow, this is so crazy that Anand annotated this. Bishop d3, bishop d7. Shirov and I transposed into this position, and as you can see from the game, the resource, bishop takes d3, saves black. So he just goes into this, which is insane theory. And they eventually drew this. Okay, so we're back to the game now. Crazy annotations by Vishy Anand. Bishop d7 is what Anand chose. If you take this bishop, which he did not cover in his analysis, simply h takes g5, and this is called a fishing pole trap. Attacking this knight, the knight goes back, and then the queen will just regroup to h4 and checkmate the king. This is a very well-known device. I please everyone in the chat to not take this unless you're double checking. So bishop d7. White, oh, okay. So Anand goes, the key differences after bishop e2 are that black can't eliminate the bishop with an exchange sacrifice, and that the h5 square is covered. So this bishop here aims to cover h5, because knight h5 is a typical resource in this position, and it's not possible now. That's what he's saying. Okay, so bishop d7. Queen e3 was Nijbor's choice. e5 was also possible, with just more complications. So queen e3, a little bit of patience. e5, rook ac8 played by Vishy Anand. A great move. Now black is harmoniously developed. An exchange sacrifice is threatened on this c3 square. e5 is played by Frijo. This is a mistake. And now Vishy punishes with takes. He takes the bishop on g5 here. Takes back. And now the only move that guarantees black an advantage to stop queen h3 to h8. What would that be, chat? What are we saying? What are we saying? Yes, Lil Uji. Lil Uji with the response in the YouTube shorts. Comment section. Yes. Rook takes c3. You see, white is down a piece, but has a very, very cynical threat of going queen h3 and queen h8 with checkmate. So rook takes c3 not only sacrifices the exchange, but also prevents the queen from going to h3 to go to h8 with checkmate. Crazy. And you're sacrificing a piece, a second piece at once. Wow, bishop d3 was played by Frijo, but there are so many options. Let's say you accept the sacrifice. Now, this knight that's attacked twice, how crazy, springs into attack with knight d5, exposing two of white's weaknesses. Rook takes, pawn takes. I think if like the queen moves, it's not in time because we have check, king up, check, king here, and checkmate. So you have to sack the rook, and this is just winning for black. So that doesn't work. Another move is like queen f4, also wasn't played because of bishop a4. The rook stays on c3, the knight is attacked, and Anand is like, no, I'm going bishop a4, attacking c2. Takes does not come in time. No way he was going to play this. Bishop c2 check, king h1, king a1, and then rook a3 attacking this. And if you take the rook, I have checkmate. And white is still not in time to checkmate here. This is insane. Bled, this is insane. Bishop a4. What if b3? Bishop takes b3! Wow, this would have been a crazier game if this happened. If this pawn takes, rook takes, knight in. And this knight will come in as well. And white has no counters here because the rook left. If pawn takes, rook takes, threatening checkmate. King takes, queen check. King here is mate. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And it's equal, but the king is getting mated. This is insane. So takes, if queen f2, the rook takes here. King takes, I mean, if you take the knight, there's a rook takes b2, exposing the king. And this is mate. Like king here, bishop a4, oh my goodness. Stop it. Stop. Crazy. So, what happened in the game is bishop d3, blocking, and reinitiating this threat here. Rook takes d3. Still no queen h3 because you're giving the queen. Insane, brev. Pawn takes. The knight has been hanging for like 5 moves. Finally it moves out, attacking the queen. But now comes the issue of queen h3, which is addressed. And here black has only 1 move to save it, giving back the knight. But okay, now we're left with like a rook against 2 bishops. So this is still winning for black. Queen takes e5, very ambitious. On takes, we take here and we defend 2 squares. And chasing our queen doesn't do much. Takes. The rook comes up, and now I think we have bishop d6. Bishop g5. Vishy plays a mistake. And he comments on his own mistake. He goes, a silly error. I saw e5, but I thought it didn't make a difference. e5, after the game I said that e5 would have been easier. Frijo simply answered, after e5 I was going to resign. Wow. He was going to resign after this move. Because white is not in time with rook g3. Bishop takes here, rook takes, king takes, rook takes, and we're up a piece. And so white has to go back here maybe. And then we have like bishop f5. And that's the whole point of e5, is that you have your bishop in time to defend against this rook, and two bishops completely overpower a rook in the endgame. Quite something. But anyways, Vishy plays the mistake bishop g5, giving some leeway, some counters for the white pieces. f6, queen g4, king f7, getting out of the way. What happens on queen h5 check? Probably just the king running. Oh no, queen g6. Okay, queen g6 blocking. So queen d4, queen g8. Why queen g8? I have no idea, chat.
W's in the shot. W's in the shot.
No idea why this is played. And it's a great move too. Why did he play it? How do you find a move like this? Oh, queen d6. I see. My phone died. I see. Queen d6. Let's try to do something like this. Right here. Okay. So queen d6. So I think that's the idea. So queen g8, you want to meet queen d6 with queen f8 or something like this. Queen e4 played. If rook here, this. And if queen takes this, bishop c6, axing the bishop. Okay, so attacking the queen, check, queen g6, queen h3, rook d6, a3, king d8, queen f5, bishop d7. And now like this, black just mobilizes their pieces, and some mates are threatened. And here, white resigned. The threat of rook c1 isn't going anywhere. Frijo resigned. Okay. Insane. Well, that was a very rich game, filled with great commentary by Vishy and Anand. I was myself very pleased to see this one. We have our final game of the day. It is Thomas Hendricks against Marijn van Delft. Marijn van Delft is the author of this book. Vishy just left the king to fend for himself. Yeah, it's not looking good. What's up, random neighbor? Welcome, welcome. Okay, so Marijn van Delft is an IM playing Thomas Hendricks, who's also an IM. The first 19 moves have zero commentary, so we'll just brush away. What? Okay. It's the same exact line. Wait, he played exactly like Vishy. On a few occasions, I have had the pleasure of playing the trademark positional exchange sacrifice myself. In the following game, it helped me beat a strong opponent. So this is the exact same Vishy line. This is the exact same game. What's going on here? 19. And now he sacrifices. Wow. 19 moves of theory. C takes d3, queen c5 check. So in the other game, not the Vishy game, pardon, in the Ole Lambert game, 2 games ago, we saw queen d7, right, to attack this and pressure. I guess this is a bit better since we learned from previous mistakes. King b1, queen d5, queen e4, and now queen d7. I don't like this move. I don't like what black is doing, playing the queen too much. For me, it's a bit slow. Queen e2 has to be played, though, because the bishop's attacking the queen, and now knight g6. We've seen this, very thematical. We want to bring the knight to d5. So bishop g5 prevents this knight from going to e7. Very nice. And now h6 kicks the bishop, and now we get bishop d5. Lovely square for the bishop, yes. But the knight suffers, no? Okay. Queen f2. Now black starts their attack. Queen a4 for me looks very nice, provoking further weaknesses around the white king. It is a risky approach though, since it does lose time. A5 would have been better. Okay. So b3 attacking the queen and defending the threat as well. Queen back, rook d2, a5, bishop a3, a4, rook c1, queen d7, b4, and now knight takes. Yeah, why is this pawn hanging for so long? Why isn't it like bishop d6 played? This is quite interesting. I guess because b3 is hanging as well. Huh? So b3 is also hanging, and therefore white decides to defend like this, blocking the entire section, but this bishop is completely offside. And we take a pawn. So now we have a pawn and a knight for the rook, and the king is weak. It's well enough compensation here. Bishop b2 attacking the knight, and we take a third pawn, a second pawn. This is way too winning. And so now if rook takes, I believe we just have bishop e4, and this rook is pinned, and we're just winning it in full. So we are forking those two pieces. Queen has to move. I see white's idea here. So now we're forking two pieces. Knight takes bishop, ridding white from checkmating, and now queen takes, and now a3. Okay, it's a lot. Any advice to study openings for 1600? Yes.
W's in the chat.
Choose openings that you love, that fit your style. That's first of all. Fall in love with those openings, and then studying those openings will be very, very easy. Study openings with courses or books or YouTube videos, depending on your budget.
W's in the chat.
And apply your time, apply yourself, and do your best. That's my advice. Okay, so a3, and look, I would already choose black here. The bishop is an absolute eagle looking at two sides of the board. It is such a monster. And this pawn entrenched in the enemy position is such an absolute beamer, if that's a word. Screamer of a pawn. This pawn is completely counter playing for white. It's betraying the entire white position here on a2 because it's just making the king suffocate. The rooks are passive, the same rooks that are supposed to provide some counterplay against black. So for me, this is completely winning. Queen d6, g3. Now black plays rook a6, maybe to play this. Queen moves. Now rook a4, I like this. Jotting on the weaknesses. Rook c5, b6, rook b5, queen c6, and the rook is trapped. Here white resigned because the rook has to sacrifice itself. And after something like this would be over with checkmate. And I don't think white can hold this because this is so weak. Good morning, Zach. It is theoretically morning. Zach, go back 2 moves. What's up? Okay. We now have a conclusion from the author. In this chapter, we have expanded our knowledge on positional exchange sacrifices from the first 4 chapters by adding 6 standard types of positional exchange sacrifices. The Russian exchange sacrifice, which we did not see. The rook lift that lands on an outpost has a rich history that is well described in chess literature. So I have focused on a few new examples. The French and Sicilian exchange sacrifices. We saw the Sicilian one. The French one I saw only on my own. The white equivalents of rook takes f6 and especially rook takes c6 are less common, but they do occur. And then the allowing bishop takes a1, we saw that together. That was a very instructive one. The bishop snatcher we have seen in the past 2 days, just now and before. And that's it. In the final section, we saw that a positional sacrifice can even be a key concept to base part of your opening repertoire on. Working out the various variations of the repertoire is much more fun when you feel inspired by the main idea. Sometimes it's rooted in your opening that you're studying to sack an exchange. Like in the Sicilian, you're just sacking an exchange on c3 very often. We have concluded the second part of the book. We have done a lot of essential work in understanding positional sacrifices. The third important step towards mastering positional sacrifices is testing the limits. We essentially want to know what is possible and how far we can go. More on that in the third part of the book. Let me see if you can see it right? Testing the limits is part 3. I have done, it's pretty impressive actually, I've done 182 pages of this book. I'm on page 182. So for me, I'm very pleased with that because I've had this book for 6 months. So like, it's about time I'm near finishing it. And also, I get to check off positional exchange. Can I show you guys what I do? This is top secret stuff, but oh my god, I can. Okay, this is crazy. So I get to check off positional exchange sacrifice. Can you see that? Yeah. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to do this tomorrow. Pawn power, attacking strategies. Let me know if you want to see any of these together. But yeah, these are like some hard work. And then we do some endgames here. And then here's some openings, pretty secret. But there you go. That's the first time I've like taken my webcam on a trip. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. We get to check that off. And we have some rapid to play today. I hope you guys are ready for some rapid chess. Here we go. So, today we're going to play some rapid chess. I hope you are ready for this 10-minute rapid. We're going to practice what we've seen today, yesterday, all our lives. My rapid rating took a little bit of a dip, but we are fully ready to get into it right now. I have to change my title. Okay, wait, I have to change my title on... Oh, should we do c5 just for the positional exchange sacrifice? Okay, I have to change my title. Rapid segment. Okay, and I wanna erase the text there. Yes, okay. Perfect. Boom, boom, boom. Please make sure to not suggest moves in chat. You can discuss ideas that already have occurred in the position, but not suggesting moves in chat is very much appreciated. Thank you very much. Okay, so my opponent goes for the chameleon variation of the closed Sicilian. Okay, I'll just go with e5. Here we are dominating this knight here with this pawn. And we're just going to go with a Botvinnik structure. As well, I want to do this. So f5 is a very nice device in the Botvinnik structures. I'm just gonna go like this. Did we get a raid?
W's in the shot. W's in the shot.
Okay. So I'm playing. Probably I'm gonna go like knight d4. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do here actually. I'm thinking takes. If I take, knight takes, maybe d5. This could be strong.
W's in the shot. W's in the shot.
I'm very confused. We're having a lot of follows. We're here from General Zod's stream. Oh, I'm playing a content creator. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome to the stream. Hope you guys have had smooth sailings from the TikTok realms. Okay, f4 here. I think I like this. It's a bit explosive, but I think I like this explosive play in the center. So either my opponent takes here and I take with knight, or knight takes and I take here and bishop takes and d5 here. And that would be favorable. Most likely my opponent's going to take. So then, actually, I really like knight takes here. Knight takes, takes, and then d5. Seems very strong for black. The entire idea of this is to create some pressure in the center. So here we're taking, and we're going to play... So d5, I just want to double check. Yeah, d5. And I have a very strong central position here. So now we go bishop d6. I can't castle because of this rook. And d4 is coming in. d4 is a very strong move. Like d4, I'm forced to take, and this knight is completely dominating my pawn. So I might have to go d4 myself.
W's in the shot. W's in the shot.
At the same time, not a huge fan of another pawn move. So maybe I go bishop e6. Let me just hash this out. d4, I go knight c6. I'm going back to threaten this pawn here on d4. This position kind of smells. My position here? Bro, I love my position. I just need to get my castling done. That's all I need to do. Okay, so d4, I'm going knight c6. We're pressuring d4 here. So I'm putting some pressures on d4, and now this knight comes in to f4. Okay, can't I take this? Knight takes, queen check, g6, queen takes. This probably yields equality, but it's unclear. Looks very risky to take that pawn. If I go like bishop here, there's no queen h5. I think, there's check. There's check, Bev. Maybe all in all, this is okay. Knight back in, takes. Then I go castles. This could be fine. This could be fine. I'm willing to find out. Rook e1, it's one thing's for sure, it's always an explosive game. That's kind of like the guarantee on this channel. I don't remember last time that I've had like a boring game on this channel. But either I'm getting checkmated or my opponent is. So. Whoa, you are still live. I am still live. Oh my god, my phone fell. Sorry. Apologies. Be weary. General Zod is a beast. Have I played General Zod before? Oh yeah, he's 4-0 with me. Oh shit. So we have to win this, you guys. Bishop f7. Rook here is very probable. He goes c4. He goes c4. Okay, I think I'm just going to go for a quick castles here. I do not want to get mated. I think that there is a great possibility I do if I get greedy. Especially if I take, think of it like this. My knight is off the defensive modalities of this position. Guess the eval. My guess is plus 2.5. Wow. Okay. So pawn takes. I'm going to go knight takes here. This looks doable. It's not an ideal, it's not a dream position. Don't get me wrong. But it looks doable. Okay, knight e6, knight takes, pawn takes. If I take, there's check. So knight takes, pawn takes. Probably. Maybe I move my queen. No, if I move my queen, it's over. So takes. And then there's some leftovers. I have 4 minutes left. I gotta buckle up. Okay, we're gonna take here. I have an idea. So we're trying to trade queens. This is pretty obvious. I think I have this juicy move to try for equality. If queen takes, now I have queen d4 check, forcing a queen trade. Kind of bailing me out. And maybe he might take a pawn here. This is possible. Queen takes. Taking another pawn. Not the one I thought of. If I do this, there's queen takes. And my rook is gone. Ah, this bishop c6 is a vile threat. Let me see this. Okay, this is like a pretty big threat. I have like 3 checking options. and I have one trying to bail me out. This loses because of checkmate. So this would be like a sacrifice. I don't like that. This loses, so it can't be this. This doesn't do much for me. I don't like this. Okay, we'll go down the exchange. I mean, what else do I have? Why doesn't knight c7 help? Because of bishop c6 check, forcing my queen up, and then white just wins my queen. Now, I'm pretty sure this is objectively cooked for black. But we're going to play it out. My opponent called me a bozo. Why? For no reason. Bishop e3. Oh, I missed this move. Oh no. Scheiße. Oh wait, I can take. Okay, rook t. Oh, this rook. Jeez. That hurts. Because knight here, there's rook takes. Ay, ay, ay. GG's. I wonder where I went wrong, because it's in these losses it's very tough to pinpoint where you went wrong, you know? Knight takes. Here I'm better after d takes e5. Equals. Okay, knight takes e4. Okay. Knight takes e4. Bishop takes e4. Anyways. Knight takes, bishop g4. How is this different from the game? Like, I'm not castling anytime soon, and yet this is equal. Yeah, I was just outplayed. He did not call you a bozo. But who said he called me a bozo? Like, I was just like, for why? Okay, there's an obvious mistake around here. I'm very confused. So somebody was just trolling in chat. Okay. Okay, somebody was trolling in chat then. Okay, I was just like confused, like why? But yeah, okay, so f4, f takes, d takes e5. This is what should have happened. I played knight takes e5. So instead of f takes, knight takes is a medium big problem. Now black has to go bishop e7, d4, c takes, knight takes. I felt like I was coming back there in the end. I missed queen b5. This is like extremely ugly, but it's better than the game, apparently. Bishop e7, yeah, black is already beginning to be cooked. It's crazy, right? Yeah, I don't play the Sicilian chat. Just so we're clear. Yeah, I don't play this opening, so I was clueless after like move 2. Knight c3, I have no theory, Rev, no knowledge. Okay. So c4 was the best move? No, it was not. But it's a very good move, this. This is a very, very good move. Just blasting open the center. Very patient. I mean, white could easily go rook e1. Bishop f6. Takes. And now castles. Oh, that's so nice. The engine finds these resources. And this, we saw this theme, allowing the bishop takes a1, bishop takes a8. We saw this yesterday in the positional exchange sacrifices. This would have been crazy if we had this. Crazy shit. Okay. Let's move, let's move. Hello, Zach. How did the match go? By the looks of it, not very good. Yeah, this game was tough. Okay, we are playing Kevin Reyes from Mexico. I think I've played this dude before. No, I haven't. Best of luck. My opponent started the game with "Oh my god." That usually means that they know me. Big fan of Why, thank you, Kevin Reyes. Okay, let's lock in a little bit here. Knight f6. And here we're going for a Sveshnikov, of which I go with knight d5 here, attacking the knight. Once the knight goes back, I go with a4. The idea is to regroup the knight here. And we always meet f5 with f4. No, actually, I think f5 we can just go a5. Okay, a5 here. And this is the point of this entire opening. a6, knight a3, knight c4, we go back in. Let's go castles. Bishop takes, this is fine, we win the bishop pair. And in this opening, this is very nice. I mean, we're gonna go with f4. Maybe even let's go c4 and meet like knight c5 with b4. And we create what I call the well, actually, I don't call this like this. My friend at Chess Dojo on YouTube, shout out, Kostya Kavutsky, he calls this the bathtub pawn structure, which I found very funny. This is the bathtub. Okay, so e4 opens up the bishop's line, so I go bishop c3. On knight e5, I'm going to just trade because this bishop's diagonal is null. On bishop f6, I think I'm going to trade as well. Takes, queen takes is very strong, I think, for black. Gives too much play. Bishop d4, this is a very strong move. I want to meet bishop takes with a queen takes. My queen would be centralized, active, very strong. And also I can play f3 things to undermine that pawn. If knight e5, I want to go like rook c1 and go like c5 in. Okay. So this here, we can meet it with a firm f3 to prevent their f3. e3 we're medium scared of. Not entirely, but...
W's in the shot. W's in the shot.
I always watch your shorts. Used to stay up all night until 2 a.m. Watching my YouTube shorts? Wow, that's crazy. Glad to see you on Twitch. Welcome to the Twitch. I hope you're enjoying the streams. We stream every day on this bad boy. My guy really thinks he's somebody. Are we talking about me, or we're trash talking others in chat? What are we doing here? Okay, takes. I think this is very strong. This is what white is going for in this position. We're also threatening c6. Ooh, c6 is very nice because now a6 becomes weak. How is it in Amsterdam? I love Amsterdam. Great city. Okay, let's take this and go c6. I'm very excited to play c6. Oh, okay, wait. c6 now, the knight's kind of taking... That's annoying. And I can't go queen d4. You tell me why. c6, b takes. Bishop takes here. Rook here, and I would take... It's worth a shot, I think. I'm attacking this rook. If the rook strays off and attacks my bishop, I have bishop e7. If the rook goes to b8, I take this. e2. What does that do? Don't I just take and defend? I'm very confused. No. Now I just take and threaten c7. e2 is just a free, very, very precious pawn. What's up, Mr. Pepe? How you doing? England is in the finals of the Euros, but do we remember what happened 2 years ago? Some somber memories 2 years ago. England, Italy. It was a good day. It was a good day in Montreal. In Montreal, we have a neighborhood called Little Italy. Let's take this. Well, now I'm up a piece, so I'm gonna just play with my advantage here. Check king here. Queen f2 is not a thing, right? I can just take. There's no tricks, no traps. Although I have some back rank things. Queen f5 on the horizon. Oh, this could be quite saucy. Okay. I think I can just take this. I'm up a piece, like clear up a piece. Resignation could ensue. I mean, it's not obligatory. He's probably going to try this with this threat. Let's go here. If rook takes, I can take back, and there's no rook e1 because I'm taking up that square. And also my queen is fixing this pawn, maybe like rook d7 things. Okay. Gonna try to keep the queen pinned to this pawn here on g7. Where did your 2,400 rating go? No goods, no goods. Yeah, we descended. I don't know why. I mean, it happens, but yeah. Okay, let's do this now. You see, takes, now black doesn't have the time because I take with checkmate. And so I don't think there are tactics here. Queen takes, rook takes, it's over. +8. Let's go! Game review? 96.3? I'm gonna type to my opponent. Love you. Okay, wow, 90, this is almost a perfect game. Whoa.
W's in the shot. W's in the shot.
Rev. Only bad move. Bishop d4. Only bad move. I had one bad move, chat. Talk to him. F4, F3. Well done. Nice way to meet this. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. It's all green. We're seeing green, chat. Pretty. It's pretty. It's beautiful. It's beautiful chess. This was a bad move. But okay. Bruh, it's all perfect. Best move. Oh my god. Stop this man. Oh my god, it's literally all green except for one move. Bro, stop. Stop. Oh shit, my phone fell. Stop, bro. That's crazy. Regin, this is a 96 accuracy. Someone called Kramnik. 96.3. Wow. Fuck. Okay, next game. We're heated. Heated. Bam. Ooh, that was like... There's one bad move, Bishop d4. Why was it bad? Rook c1 was a bit better. Okay, wow. 96.3, chat. e3. Okay, so e3 is actually not a crazy bad opening because, like, white has this knight of 3 thing. Okay, never mind. What is going on here? No. You're not playing the cow against me in a rapid game. You are not playing the cow against me in a rapid game. That is not happening right now. I feel disrespected. I feel disrespected. Oh, Lord. Okay. Bring it on, cowboy. Cow opening versus Zach. Fair enough, because the knight would come in. The knight wants to come in. We're just going to play bishop here. Restrict the knight. If f3 is in, well then f3 is a very bad move. And if the knight comes in, also probably a potential weakness on e4. Yeah, so f3, not only do I welcome it, but I'm going to go all the way back to d7 with my bishop. And I'm going to be very happy that this is just completely weak. Okay, now I'm seeing a lot of these dark squares getting exponentially weak. But I have to keep my center. So a move like d4 would give knight c4, let's say, attacking my bishop. This is a move-by-move instruction on how to beat the cow opening. You do not want to miss this. Move by move. So c6, defending my pawn to reinforce the center. I can even tease this a little bit more by forcing a g3. Well, that could be maybe good. So like bishop e7, teasing a g3, yeah. And then I go like knight f6, like developing my pieces. And I have the center, so I have the center. It's very important. Bishop h3. Trying to trade bishops. I'm going to take, and I'm going to go at queen d7, attacking the rook. So the rook has to move once more. At a6. We're going to once again practice restriction of the knight. This is a very important theme against the cow. You want to restrict the knights that come on into the play. So here I'm restricting the knight with just 2 pawns. That's all you need. 2 pawns, 2 ingredients to make this pasta carbonara. And so the knight here is restricted. And here I can regroup my knight. I want to go like to e6. I also want to play a5 to go a4. Kick this knight back in. Critter Mode, thank you so much for the sub for 1 month at tier 1. I appreciate you so much. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Congrats on no ads. Good time to celebrate. Okay. Queen d2. It's time to take this seriously, chat. Queen d2. I like d4, bishop back. But I don't like it at the same time. Now let's just continue our knight development. You see this knight targets a lot of key squares here. I like this. My opponent is taking a think. Maybe deciding where to place the king. My opponent is still thinking. Okay, king f2. This bishop looks so trapped. Okay, this bishop g5. This looks like such a shady move. Okay, king here, bishop here, knight takes, pawn takes. Don't love this though. Maybe I want to go rook d8 to threaten this. Is it too obvious? Because if pawn takes, like, I'm super happy I get knight in. But if this pawn takes, I'm not super happy. Okay, some small threats. Maybe we're just going to castle happily. This eventually is going to work out. This should just be like a great move here. C5. Furthering the restriction of this knight. Knight d4 is in the plans. On takes, we take back with our knight. Super well placed. C4 is an idea. I mean, come on now. This is looking fine. C4 might be my opponent's reply. Actually, takes, and then queen here. Takes, queen here. Double attacking the queen and this knight. Queen c3 is a reasonable response. And then I go like knight d4. I like this line actually. We're gonna take, we're gonna go queen here. Queen c3 or queen c2. Oh, queen c2 is a bit more Machiavellian. Oh, it's a bit more sneaky, this one. Queen c2 on knight here, there's knight takes, attacking my queen. And if I take, there's a knight that saves itself. So queen c2, I would have to castle maybe. Very interesting indeed. Thank you, Alexi. I appreciate you in chat. Okay, queen c2. Yeah, with the idea that on knight here, knight takes. Very interesting. So I can go castles. I want to take back this rook with my rook to control the file. Pardon. This pin is good long term for me. Or not. Okay. Queen c6. We want to go like this. It's very important that we're taking up this square. Oh, rook d5 anyways is very interesting. Takes and pawn takes. And this would create a fork. It's not obvious. I would think I would have to go knight here first. Knight takes and then pawn takes. Attacking this bishop and the rook as well. Okay, so knight in. Let's go knight here. Takes. Oh, we can go pawn takes, opening up the queen. So pawn takes, knight here, knight takes, pawn takes, and then rook takes. This destroys white's plans. Yeah, this gives a pawn. Oh, it doesn't. The queen's defended. Queen is defended indeed. Okay, so we're threatening some nasties. They do work, even against b4. I am missing b4. I'm missing some small things. I don't like that. King moves out. We're going to take, takes. Let's take this. Pawn takes, yeah. Okay, now I want to go with f5. The target is this king. b4, maybe f5 directly. Oh, this would be crazy. Oh. Takes, pawn takes, though. I have to be very careful. Queen takes, pawn takes, and then e4. Oh my god, this is so strong. Okay, we're sacking a bishop. Crazy! Crazy. Oh my god, what a move. If this works, like, this is crazy. Crazy move. B takes c5. F takes c4. Rook moves, I would have this. Oh wait, the queen's defended. I keep forgetting the queen's defended. That might lead to my downfall in this game. But okay, it's still a very, very strong attack. Okay, so here we're threatening e4 and e3. So if takes, like I go e4, this rook goes here, I go e3 check, preventing the rook from guarding f3, and then we take on f3. And if rook takes, if this rook takes, very valid. I previously thought I was winning a queen, but this is defended. I think on this rook takes, I have check, king here, and then like e3. No. We're bombarding the fortress here. Absolute bombardation. Is that a word? Rook here, queen takes. This is forced. Oh, we're winning at least the rook back. No. This is great. This is phenomenal. So the rook has to maintain defensive f3 with rook b3. Now we're going check. All right. And now white has options, but f3 is falling. That's the principle of it. So if king here, we have check, king here, and we take, and we win. And if king here, so check, king here, we probably take this, threaten this. Looks very good to me, if not winning. So check, and if this, we go check. This looks also winning. If this, king here, then we take. Everything looks winning. Of course, we can't take the queen. I really thought we could. Five moves back, but we can't. We're just only going for this pawn. Maybe even d3 was stronger. I don't really know. d3 last move. Both with the same intent to block this rook off the defense. But this is more direct. This is like check. We're taking up some very nice squares around the king. I think white's best option is to go this one. Interesting. Because now I'm taking and I'm threatening this. And on queen here, I have this one. Oh, wait, the rook's defended. Yo, what is going on with this rook? Low-key pissed, bruv. Okay. With this knight, pardon. This knight is always defending a piece out of nowhere. So frustrating. In my calculations, I was like, okay, if queen g2, I go queen d1. It's so frustrating. Maybe I have compensation with like takes, king takes, check, king here, and then like low-key like rook f8, like might. Okay, but let's say queen here, king here. Doesn't look like it's enough. And pawn here, rook takes. Also doesn't look like enough. So this is like a power move, but this has to work. Pretty much has to. How about check, king here, and then e2? Rook here. I see that. What if I do like, this has to be winning. That's the thing. It's like, it has to be winning. Like these pieces are so out of play. So I think I'm just gonna take. I have a minute left, so I have to like go. If king here, the rook is out. If king here, it's a bit better, but my pawns are rolling. So like king h3 and then like takes, and then this is coming. This is coming, this is coming. This knight is completely out of play. I have 1:06 seconds, Rev. So I'm playing, and I'm not stopping until I win this. I have 3 pawns for this knight. The knight can't go anywhere. These pawns can. Simple logic. Let's go. These rooks need to be in sync, because now I'm threatening rook f1. And now I'm threatening d2. So the rook has to do something. Or the knight sacrifices itself, I don't know. But if the knight goes here, I go this. So like knight here, it's over. My opponent has resigned on the time. 3 seconds left. GG's. Nice. Nice pair of victories right there. Game review chat? Wow. That was a lot. That was a lot. What do we score? 87.5, bro! We got a brilliant move! Okay, this was bad. Really? Oh, h4. h4 is better. I don't know. I don't actually know. Knight f6. Okay. Okay, what's the difference? Like here, c4 can be played. Whereas on knight f6, c4, c5. Wow. So here, we're preparing to already take back, and we're going c5. This is what the engine wants. It's a different style, I guess. The engine style being better. So here I'm kind of teasing these bad moves out of my opponent. Okay, bishop e6 was better. Okay. That hurts a little bit. e4, c6, good moves. Bishop e7 was bad. Yeah, I'm reclining a piece. It's not great. But I was teasing some moves out of my opponent. Knight f6, good. Takes good. Queen d7, not good. Engine likes this or this. I went with this later. Okay. Knight e6 was bad. c5. Okay, we ended up playing it later. We saw it. We saw the idea later on, but okay. We play it here, probably when it's a bit too late. c4. Now d4 closing the position is best by far. d4, bishop g5, knight g8. Interesting. Yeah, so takes, knight d4 was best. I didn't see this queen c2. It's a very strong move, because now if I play this, knight takes and defends the queen, which attacks my queen. Which means that if I take, white is up a piece, and if I move, white is up a piece. So I didn't see queen c2, but okay. I don't play knight d4, I play castles. Knight back to a1, I go knight queen c6. This is good, yeah. This one I thought that the queen was undefended. It is defended, and that means that this move is possible. If it wasn't defended, I could take here. That's the only difference. So taking with the e-pawn was obvious, but I missed it. f5. Yo! Let's go! Brilliant move. Sacrificing the bishop. Beautiful long-term sacrifice. We take those. We do indeed take those. d3 was a bit better. I told you guys maybe d3 is a bit better. Low key, I was like, I'm sorry I didn't look farther into that move. e3 check, king back, queen takes d5 was better. And here, I want to put the strong engine on this. Queen g4. Rook b2 and then d3. Just keeping the queens on the board. So I traded. It's still winning. Because like my pawns are strong. But like if white plays this, it's a bit harder. I take here, I'm threatening this. Knight b3 comes in. And this would be a blunder to rook takes. And this would be a draw. So I have to find like rook e5. And it's winning for black. It's winning, but it's a bit harder to win than before. Interesting. So I went with takes, and this was a bad defense because e2, and now this pawn seeps in, and this is just so impossible to defend. Wow. Chat, that was pretty crazy. Okay, we pick up 2 wins in a row. I'm happy with that. I'm going to take my chips, and I'm going to run. Chat, thank you so much for watching today. This was a crazy game. F5, I just played it. I just saw it, and I just played it. I was just like, yo, talk to him. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. See you tomorrow, and peace out.